9:44 on the East Coast, voting underway across the country. The focus now in the battle for the House. Republicans, they've got a lot of retirements. And one of those is Darrell Issa, who is retiring at the end of this term. He's leaving District 49 in Southern California, but he's our guest now out of D.C. And, sir, how you doing? Good morning to you. How's it
Fine,
feel?
Bill. Happy Election Day.
Thank you. And to you as well. You're one of 41 Republicans who will leave their seats. First of all, on a personal level, what do you think about today?
Well, you know, if you don't believe in term limits after 18 years, when do you? So it was time. It was time maybe 2 years, 3 years, 4 years earlier. But I've enjoyed what I've done, but there comes a point at which you're reauthorizing legislation you passed a decade earlier. So I'm looking forward to life after Congress. I'm also looking forward to this administration to continuing to grow the economy. So it's a good time to leave in that sense.
What is your sense about today? I mean, you're one of these districts that could really flip toward Hillary Clinton. There were 23 House districts Republicans are defending today where she won at the presidential level, but a Republican held on to the seat like you did in 49. What gives at the end of the night, do you think?
Well, to a certain extent, you have to write off some of California. My district was never in play this cycle, and so it was never funded. And quite frankly, we know the results already, and there will be a Democrat representing La Jolla and Solana Beach for the first time in a number of years. But I have to remind people, I took that part of the district from a Democrat, and someday it'll be taken back. But for now, California is leaning very hard to the left.
Okay, but there are, I think, 7 other districts in California where
the rest of the districts
kind of split the vote. What do you think comes in the end? What is the net gain for Democrats in that?
I think the net gain is 1. There's only been 1 seat that wasn't defended. All the other seats have been vigorously defended. We've been outspent 2 or 3 to 1 in a number of these seats, Dana Rohrabacher's, Mimi Walters, and so on. But there's been enough money to get the message out that the growth in job and the economy has to do with policies not from California, but from Washington that are really making a difference in our economy. And the proof is in everyone's paycheck.
Here's the president. There will be changes. That's basically what he's saying on the tarmac yesterday. Watch here and listen.
Administrations make changes usually after midterms, and probably will be right in that category too. I think it's very customary. No timeline. No timeline. I mean, for the most part, I love my cabinet. We have some really talented people.
How much consideration have you given to that after this vote?
Well, I think that there's no question that the Senate has not been willing to fill enough positions for the president. So he's going to both have to reshuffle people to meet the needs and push harder on the new Senate to get the kind of confirmations he needs. You know, throughout government at all levels, there are vacancies, often career vacancies, because the Democrats in the Senate are forcing 30 hours of debate for most confirmations.
Okay. Bob Mueller may get back to work after this vote. There's some rumors, but I mean, these rumors have been out there for 2 years, that he'll make a move after Election Day. What is your view on that?
Well, he's been quiet, but he hasn't been without constant work. This is somebody who's been looking for a crime and hasn't found one in 2 years. And that's the reality of his investigation. Not one person has been charged connected to the administration with a violation, any collusion with the Russians related to this campaign, but he's still looking for it, and I suspect he'll continue. What I'm hoping is that he starts realizing that since the fake dossier paid for by Hillary Clinton and the DNC is what started his investigation, he ought to at some point get the authority, if he doesn't have it, to really go after that kind of misconduct that led to millions, tens of millions of dollars of investigations of something that didn't happen.
Last question then, back to the midterm voting.
Yes.
105 million is the prediction. That's a lot for a midterm. It's great for democracy, but it's a lot for a midterm. What do you think those voters are trying to say? Are they voting local or national? Are they voting for something or against something?
You know, in some cases, these races have been nationalized. I certainly think that there are examples, but then some are localized. In West Virginia, we're looking at Senator Manchin, who's voted with the president on more than a few occasions, who's wildly popular, and it's a local referendum on whether to keep him as a split vote. The same thing in Tennessee. Those are areas where it's not about President Trump. It's really about your local favorite. In other areas, it is, in fact, a referendum on do we, in fact, support the impeachment of the president, which is what the Democrats have vowed to do. Are we going to stalemate the administration's efforts to improve our economy further in the House? That in some of these races is absolutely the case. I'll tell you, Bill, the one thing you'll see, though, is in one district, they'll be campaigning about this person is just like Trump. Move over one district, and they're not mentioning Trump at all. So it's very much about where the Democrats think that they can use Trump against a candidate versus when they're shying it away from him because, in fact, this administration's success.
Let's see how the results turn out on that. Sir, thank you so much. I think you just got a text message. Darrell Issa there in
See you late
Washington,
tonight.
D.C. Thank you, sir, for your time today. Thanks.